Very good afternoon, South Africa. A baie goeiemiddag, Suid-Afrika. Molweni mzansi. Shalom, Shabbat, Namaste. And a very good afternoon. My apology for a late Friday family meeting. Normally we are used to seeing each other on a Wednesday, 9 o'clock. But I would like to just quickly make a very brief statement to you, the followers of Facebook, the UIM members, and our supporters. I'd like to address three matters that I've been asked by my executive to address today. And it's important. Maar ek wil net tog vir almal goeiemiddag sê. Divan, salam alaikum. Asai, Suzette, goeiemiddag. And to everybody that's just giving me a gap to join you. Today we are celebrating a couple of stuff. Yolanda, goeiedag. Denise Seagal, our rock. Ja, Denise, I'm looking very counselorish today in my blazer. Ria, hallo, gaan dit jou goed? Ria Weideman, goed om jou te sien. And then Lavelle, thank you very much. Lorna, hello Lorna, one of our solid rocks. Toki, bonjour. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? C'est très bien, là. Madagascar. So to Toki, that is a great friend of mine. He used to be in the ambassadorship and in the embassy of Madagascar to South Africa. Great friends all the way from Madagascar. Bonjour, good to see you, mon ami. Then Sari, Samantha, thank you very much. What a great days. And then Sureta, Alipad at Brackenfell, hello. Lorna, thank you very much. Kevin, we are about 300 people now on the live. Kim, hello from Nigel. Kevin, how are you? Thank you very much for that. Surita, thank you. Emma, all the congratulation messages today. Yes, that's right. Today I got officially inaugurated into my position as a councillor and also chief whip within Council for the United Independent Movement, where we've got a seat within the City Council Metro. And I want to congratulate the staff today in the city of Cape Town Metro for your unbelievable work, the efficiency in which you got the registrations done. And I look forward to working with the staff and the members of the city of Cape Town to add value, to change a lot of perception, and to give everybody whom voted for the UIM in this city what they demanded. And that is honest leadership, justice, fairness, and service. And I really look forward making that happen in this city. Secondly, I want to address a matter that is very important. Ek wil met u praat oor 'n feit wat baie belangrik is. And that is our media statement today regarding the IEC. Ek wil met u praat vandag oor die media uitreiking wat ons vandag gedoen het oor die IEC. South Africa, we are really upset. We are also saddened and disappointed in the fact that more and more we are finding out matters of the absolute inefficiency of the service that was rendered, not by every single body in the IEC, but in many stations. What is important is that this election must be judged free and fair. Now, as much as the United Independent Movement is a supporter of justice, as much as we are a party that does not cause interruption or destruction unnecessarily, it is important for me as the president of the United Independent Movement, now the 26th largest political party out of 325 in the country, also having seats in 3 metros, to categorically voice my opinion about what happened yesterday. South Africa yesterday, the Cape Independence Party demanded a Section 65 objection recount in 14 voting stations in the Western Cape, in Cape Town. And what we found yesterday was that the United Independent Movement, although it seems minuscule, but I will explain, got a recount because of this Section 65 granted, and we got another 106 votes in the recount. Now, why is this important? It is important because every vote counts for every extra seat, which counts for more say and more intervention say and partaking in more say in a metro or a municipality. Now, South Africa, in the Western Cape, we got 1 seat and we missed a secondary seat in council by a 0.33. Not even that, a 0.033 as per. So we are talking about missing a secondary seat by a couple of hundred votes. Now, why is that important? It's important because the UIM worked for it and the voters voted for it. Now, if you do the maths, that is baie simple calculasie. If in 14 stations of 116 wards, on a recount, the UIM gets 106 more votes that they did not count or miscounted, then I don't know what would that be on 116 wards, South Africa. Nou, dit is logisch. That is to me logic, that there would be then, on the fact base of 106 that weren't counted just in 14 voting stations. Can you imagine 160? The second is the appeal that we have made through the Secretary General Jacques Talliard in Tshwane, where on the first count of the first day, clearly, and we have screenshots and we have statements, we were awarded 1 seat in Tshwane municipality. And the next day, it was 0. We then went and found out what is going on, and we found out that the IFP demanded a recount, a recalculation, and they merely took our seats away. Now, we cannot understand how that can be free and fair. We thought it was, but it's not. South Africa, the experiences that we are now hearing from people, where they got turned away, where they weren't on the voter roll, where wards were just ineffectively changed, and where on certain ballots they only gave you 1 ballot and not 2 where the UIM was present. Now, you know me, I'm not a man of sour grapes. I fight honorably and I fight with absolute distinct loyalty. As dit reg is dit reg. As dit verkeerd is dit verkeerd. I have looked at the evidence. I have looked with my executive, myself as the president, our deputy president Fatima Abdul, and I see she's here. I want to welcome her. Our national chairman, Mr. Sam Kennedy, our deputy national chairperson, Mr. Sam Reddy, and all our secretary general, Mr. Jacques Talliard, all came to the conclusion with Brett Correa, who is our national election executive member, that no doubt the United Independent Movement has been very much damaged, and also we are totally dissatisfied with what we have. You cannot blame us. Ek is seker, u kan ons tog nie blameer vir sulke gemors wat in hierdie land op hierdie oomblik aangaan, en die IEC wat hierdie ding verklaar as absoluut vry en regverdig. I think that is wrong, and I think we need to stand on our side of having justice done. The third thing I would like to discuss today, And I'm sorry, I am making the statement as I made it yesterday, but I see very clearly people having apathy and saying what they are saying. And that is the matter of the passing away of former President and Deputy President, Mr. F.W. de Klerk. South Africa, if there was anybody that the people perceived would be vehemently against celebrating the passing of this statesman, then the perception was probably that Neil de Beer, with his background, would be one of those that would be having accolades in not celebrating this person's life. Well, I am sorry. I am not going to be part of the total cabal that currently gets up and when a person passes to now vehemently spew such venom, such judgmental order and non-Christianity on life. Now, I might have been totally on the opposite side of the National Party. I might have in my previous times fought vehemently for liberty on the side of what people at that stage deemed a terrorist organization or a liberation organization. Today, it matters not. Today, when you look at any side of either Mandela or de Klerk, we, the people that lived in that era, in actual fact, we, the people that partook in that negotiation, we, the people that stood to formulate a democracy, have our own personal view. But today, we have asked that humanity surely must take the lead. You see, enemies that were vehemently on opposite sides can find a middle way. Ek glo opreg. Maak nie saak wat die kommentaar is oor uitverkoper, verraaier, apartheidsdialoog, leier in apartheid. Die goed wat nou gesê word oor daai staatsman, gaan ek nie saam mee stem nie. F.W. de Klerk het besluite geneem soos ek geneem het in my jeug. F.W. de Klerk het gestaan vir wat hy gedink het is reg. Net soos ek in my dae in die ANC en in MK geglo het, wat ek doen is reg. Maar om nou 'n staatsman wat opgestaan het ten midde groot konfrontasie in sy dae, a man that fought his own so that the liberation of many could partake, even to his own detriment, that man now today is being chastised and said by Mr. Malema, Frikkie Vark Malema, that man must go to hell. Mr. Malema, you are too young, too ignorant, too naive, and too much of a child at that stage to understand what men on both sides had to do so that you today, Frikkie, can stand and utter the utter hate and rubbish that you are still doing today. The freedom that you so choose to stand on a podium and chastise everybody and blanket it with freedom of speech, someone paid a price for that, Frikkie Malema. Someone died, someone that you probably will never know, like the name Ashley Creel, Solomon Musangu, Chris Hani. These are names that you read on a paper. These are names people like myself and my mentors physically fought side by side. But you go spew now your hate. Mr. Malema, I'm coming for you. Stukkie vir stukkie gaan ek jou maniere leer. I will teach you about statesmanship. I will teach you about trying to take a country and unite it. I will teach you what it means to function in honor. I will teach you what our God intends when He speaks about forgiveness and not being able to judge. Who the hell are you to send people to hell? You have no idea what hell looks like. The United Independent Movement will remain steadfast in uniting both sides. The United Independent Movement will continue to fight for unity amongst black, white, colored, Indian, and whomever deems himself or herself as a patriot of this republic. The United Independent Movement will work in the spirit and in the light of God, in spirit of faith. I said R.I.P., Mr. de Klerk, because I know many things that very few do. Some of this I will take to my grave, and maybe some of it one day in my grey time, we can release a very good detailed book or a memoir. But I cannot sit here and be 100% supportive in people spitting on the grave of a man who had to make big choices in his life. And in conclusion, that man still had to make a video on his dying times to again ask for forgiveness. South Africa, when are we going to stop? Anna, dit maak nie saak nie. Anna, nee man. Anna, dis nie vergifnis nie, Anna. Om te sê dat die man 'n verraaier is, om te sê hy het ons uitverkoop, wel, ek wil 'n bietjie dieper sê, Anna, ek wil uitvind wie jy is. Bietjie uitvind waar jy beklei. Anna, wat 'n uniform het jy gedra? Watter lewens het jy afgestaan aan al twee kante? Anna, nee. Ek dink die man is nou in God se hande. En Anna, as jy 'n Christen is, waarvan ek definitief is, dan moet jy jou hart bekyk en 'n bietjie vergifnis probeer. Want ek glo in 'n almagtige, verenigde God, wat tot die slegste in die wêreld op die einde van die dag kan vergewe. South Africa, if we don't forgive, if we don't beg for unity and let the past be the past, then at the end of the day, this country will never have hope. And that's what I'm praying for, is hope. On this Friday, let's not make the de Klerk debate about hate. Let's not make it about the past. Let's make it about the future. And can we learn from this future? No one is right. No one is always fine. The United Independent Movement is to me the only party in this country that can unite all minorities and indeed the majority. Today was a very, very special day for the UIM. 3 months old, 32,000 national votes, number 26 in the country out of 300 parties, and a future for Parliament in 2024. May God bless you today. May we look back at a year's journey of you standing with us every day. Your vote, u stem, gaan gehoor word deur my. The 32,000 people, die 32,000 mense wat in hierdie land vir ons gestem het, ons gaan julle nooit agterlaat. Ons gaan vir julle beklei en julle ken my. Ons gaan saamwerk, because at the end of the day, politics should be about you and no one else. I hope that you have a great weekend. For those in the police, traffic, law enforcement, EMS, our nurses and doctors, our municipal workers, the people in our shops, the so-called uncounted people. May I wish you, working over this weekend to secure us, feed us, help us, a purposeful, blessed weekend. And for you that have the time off, let us remember those that have been and those that are, the leaders that have come and gone. May God bless you. May God bless this super Republic of South Africa. Mag die Here julle seën en mag die Here sy hand van vrede, vergifnis oor hierdie republiek laat skyn. And one more thing, op die bokke, op die bokke. Tomorrow, may the Springboks reign victory for a united South Africa. Thank you for allowing me on this special day into your lounge, your car, wherever you are. And remember, leadership is not about being yourself. Leadership is about listening to many so that you can make that decision yourself. Amen.